Hello and welcome to this video series about understanding the Bitcoin white paper. So for many of us, it could be hard to understand and grasp everything that is conveyed through this paper. And I want to make sure that more of us understand it correctly. I'm probably not the best person to go through all of this, but I will take it as a challenge to try to really understand this white paper. I've read it a few times through the years. I get some of the sections, but the whole of it, I don't think I ever grasped every word from this paper. And seeing that others as well don't necessarily understand the whole white paper, I wanted to make sure that we have a discussion around it. So I will just put this video series up. Feel free to correct me. I want it as as good as possible. Might remake these videos, and also in the end make this series into something I can share through a website that will help those who want to understand this Bitcoin white paper as best as possible. So for me, I'm not necessarily a very technical guy. I've been an electrician, flight mechanic, customer service, like small IT stuff at different offices, and also trying to look into the Bitcoin system as good as possible. I'm also into design, interaction design, human-centric design. So I also want to grasp the technology to integrate it to the end user. Anyways, we have different reasons to understand this white paper, and you should look at other videos. There's a lot of good videos out there that explain this Bitcoin white paper, but it also is some bad videos. So I just wanted to try this for myself. I will do one video for each section. Today we are only going to do the title and abstract to start it off. And I will try to every day post a new video with a new section. That way I can research it as best as possible, and I can also remake the video if some gold hits me at a later time, so we can update the series and make a good explanation out of it. So without any further ado, let's look at this paper. So it starts out: Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So we already know Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. What does peer-to-peer mean? In my mind, it means directly to each other without going through any other parts. So I don't want to go through a node or anything. I just want the easiest way from A to B. And as I understand it, that could be done with SPV. So I can send from my wallet to another wallet without having any other parties involved. Like, it will be settled into the Bitcoin blockchain with the node verifying the transaction, but the transaction itself is just sent from A to B, therefore peer-to-peer. And also electronic cash. As we know, cash is king. I don't know about that, but like cash in an electronic form can be hard to visualize, I guess, for some. It certainly is for me. But what I get is the idea that you have this electronic cash system. So the whole system itself provides this cash for you, so you can send it peer-to-peer. The author of the paper is Satoshi Nakamoto. Not the guy interviewed. I think we all know who this guy is, but that we can take in another video. Satoshi's email, and also the bitcoin.org website. I don't know about this website. I see this paper has been there since 2008 without being changed or anything, as far as I know. But I can clearly see that bitcoin.org is supporting the BTC ticker of everything in the Bitcoin space. But I feel like it's toned down over the years because it explains to me what is Bitcoin on bitcoin.org. That is BSV ticker in my mind anyways. Okay. Abstract. Let's have a good view here. A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. So it's possible to send the electronic cash from person A to person B without having any financial institution involved. Digital signatures provide part of the solution, but the main benefits are lost if a trusted third party is still required to prevent double spending. So, I'm not really sure about this, but I guess this points at earlier attempts at same kind of system as Bitcoin, where you had in part electronic cash, but you had to have trusted third parties to prevent this double spending problem, where you can spend double, and therefore you needed a third party to prevent that. We propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. So here it explains that it is a peer-to-peer network, and that it's a part of doing this or doing away with this double spending problem. The network timestamps transaction by hashing them into an ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. So here there are some new terms again. The Bitcoin network timestamp transactions, put them after each other. With hashing, like doing cryptographical computation to chain, the hash-based proof of work. I guess because you have this pool of CPU power doing these mathematical problems, since you have all the pool of it at every timestamp, then you will lock it to the next. So you will need more than the whole pool of CPU power to redo the chain. And therefore, you solve this double spending problem, since you can't like redo anything. And also, since you can't use a signature 2 times, then the Bitcoin chain won't be correct. The longest chain not only serves as proof of the sequence of events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power. So the longest chain is in my mind where it has been the most proof of work, which is BTC. At a much higher scale than both BCH or BSV. As long as majority of CPU power is controlled by nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, they will generate the longest chain and outpace attackers. So I guess this can contradict like BTC being the most with CPU power. Like majority of CPU power is controlled by nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, which in my mind I feel, and I think we are going to understand as we read through the other sections of the white paper. And yeah, so it's been 5 years since BTC and BCH splitted and made all this ticker mess. And I guess 5 years is not that long in this Bitcoin journey. So a little bit of contradiction in the abstract here, but anyways, this is just the abstract explanation of the white paper. We need to go into more detail to understand the real problem here. The network itself requires minimal structure. That's very good, I guess. Messages are broadcasted on a best effort basis, and nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. So messages are broadcasted on best effort basis. I'm not a network guy, but I guess that means that messages want to go like the best way, like not having to be routed through different nodes and parts of the network, just taking the shortest route to the pair you want to broadcast a transaction to, and also eventually the node to broadcast the message. And also, of course, accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. So if I leave the Bitcoin having a node up in 2016 and then going back now in 2022. Just from the abstract explanation of the Bitcoin white paper, this will point me directly to BTC. But as well, like, BTC doesn't broadcast on best effort basis, having this mesh, like, I really don't understand Lightning, but it seems to me it's just a mesh network of nodes, and that, I guess, isn't the best effort basis, as Bitcoin really can be this small world network. That's also a discussed topic, I guess, but I think it makes sense in like the physical world. If you have tried to short a circuit, the electrons will always go the shortest way possible, or where it's the least resistance. And I guess that makes sense for Bitcoin network as well, where you want transactions to go through as fast and easy and good as possible. Okay, so this is a very long time just for the title and the abstract, but I think this is the way I'm going to do it. If you scream at the screen right now and, oh man, this guy can't anything about this, please let me know. Like, I want to have a discussion about this. My idea is to make a website to try to explain to as many people as possible what the Bitcoin white paper was. Like, Satoshi blessed us back in 2008, and of course many have read it, but I don't think that many have really understand it and understand the concepts it tries to convey. I can read this video, but I want to make this serious, and I will do one section at a time. So this was the first video in the series, the title and the abstract. Okay, thanks for watching, thanks for liking or disliking, and leaving that comment explaining more or commenting my understanding of it, and let us all help each other really understand Bitcoin. Okay, thanks and bye.